No, no, no.
It's like Christmas. We are so happy here. It's 47 years old Iranian. We've never been, in the history, we've never been Muslim. We are not and we won't be. And it's the biggest threat every country can face to it. And I want to say we are so happy we are kicking out the mullahs and we will take back our monarchy and our dignity.
So God bless America. We love America. We respect the flag. This is our second flag. Our first flag is the flag of the United States of America. God bless America. God bless all of you. God bless our army, our navy, and whoever participating in this. And I pray in the name of Jesus, all of you guys to come back home safe. And again, we love you, Mr. President. Thank you so much. God bless America. And we love the flag of this country. Thank you so much.
This is not only for Iranians, it's for the sake of the whole world. This regime have to be eliminated for the sake of humanity.
Why is it important for you to be here today?
Because Iran is on the verge of revolution and we have to help every way we can to help the Iranian people to overcome this evil satanic regime who's ruling in Iran, and they want them out. They want them out yesterday. Total Iranians, about 95% of the Iranians, they are against this evil regime. And the 5% remaining, they belong to the government, they belong to the regime. And Iranians want out of this regime for sure.
Now, thousands of people have died, have been killed in these protests, these recent protests. America has its navy off the coast of Iran right now. Do you support military action against Iran to overthrow the regime?
There is no other way to get rid of this regime but with the intervention of the America and Israel help. Hopefully they will come and help Iranians to get rid of this regime once and for all. This is not only for Iranians, it's for the sake of the whole world. This regime have to be eliminated once and for all. This is the neo-Nazi regime that is existing in Iran. And it has to be eliminated for the sake of humanity.
Shalom. I'm Shosh Bedrosian from the National Public Diplomacy Directorate in the Prime Minister's office. Today marks our first briefing since Operation Roaring Lion was launched on Saturday, nearly 5 days ago now. In these past 5 days, Israel and the United States have together made historic gains to protect our citizens and the civilized world. Operation Roaring Lion is striking the Islamic Republic terror regime and removing the existential threat against the United States, Israel, Europe, and countries in the Middle East. We must ensure that the death cult of the Ayatollah regime no longer poses a threat to the United States, Israel, and neighboring countries from its nuclear and ballistic missile capabilities. That is why we target the regime, not the Iranian people it oppresses. And that's why we took out its longtime dictator who called for death to America and death to Israel. They call us the little Satan, and the United States they call the big Satan. Ayatollah Khamenei is dead, and now we are creating the conditions for the Iranian people to take charge of their own destiny. We in Israel believe our enemies when they call to annihilate us. After Operation Rising Lion and Midnight Hammer 6 months ago now, the Iranian regime began building new underground bunkers that would make their ballistic missile program and atomic bomb program immune within months. This was an unacceptable threat. Even more urgently, we had to embark on the operation because we had such strong reason to believe the Islamic Republic wanted to attack Israel and American forces in the Middle East first. That is why it was urgent for the United States and Israel to act in time to prevent that Iranian attack from happening. Now, let me tell you what we have accomplished already throughout this unprecedented military cooperation with the brave soldiers of the United States. Now, within the first 40 seconds of Operation Roaring Lion on Saturday, we eliminated 40 senior Iranian officials, creating a breakdown in their systems and cracks in the chain of command. Our forces took hundreds of installations, such as their air defense systems, radars, and missile launchers. In our joint campaign with the United States, we successfully took out 4 of the main command centers in Tehran, which created chaos within the ranks of the regime. It also marks the first time the U.S. sank an enemy warship with a torpedo since World War II, and the IDF announced for the first time in history today, an Israeli Air Force F-35 fighter jet shot down a manned Iranian Air Force fighter jet. As Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said, Israel's mission is being executed with unmatched skill and iron determination as we fight shoulder to shoulder with the United States. Now, in response, the regime has not only attacked the civilian population here in Israel, but also American bases and sites in the region. The terror regime has also attacked Arab countries in the Middle East, and through its terror proxy, Hezbollah, they also attacked Cyprus, a European country. Since Saturday, the Israeli Air Force has carried out 1,600 combat missions in Iran, including the use of 4,000 munitions. The IDF and United States forces have neutralized around 300 missile launchers, damaged numerous missile depots, and prevented the production of at least 1,500 ballistic missiles. As precision intelligence and pilots continue to degrade the capabilities of the Iranian regime, our brave IDF soldiers are also fighting the Iranian terror proxy, Hezbollah, on Israel's northern front in Lebanon. Hezbollah chose to enter the war by firing missiles at our civilian population in the north and central parts of Israel, and they are already paying a heavy, heavy price. The IDF continues to strike Hezbollah infrastructure in Beirut and southern Lebanon, targeting weapons storage facilities, launchers, and other terror targets. They should not violate this ceasefire agreement that was in place, and they must disarm immediately. The people of Israel are resilient and are continuing to follow home front command guidelines. The Iranian regime has launched attacks on our civilian population and continues to do so multiple times a day, which has resulted in direct missile hits on civilian neighborhoods. Prime Minister Netanyahu visited a site in Beit Shemesh just the other day, which suffered a direct Iranian ballistic missile hit, killing 9 civilians who were seeking shelter in the basement of a synagogue. Now, I was there on Tuesday when the Prime Minister visited those who survived the attack and were recovering at Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem. He met Panina, who is suffering from injuries with her toddler, David. Her husband was tragically killed during that attack. He also met Orpaz, who is pregnant and suffering injuries from that same attack. The Prime Minister hailed these women as heroic mothers in a heroic nation, saying he draws strength from the citizens of Israel who have shown remarkable perseverance in times like these. He said that these deliberate terror attacks with ballistic missiles on civilians shows the enormous difference between us. The terrorists of Tehran target civilians. We target the terrorists to protect civilians. The Prime Minister and his wife, Ms. Sarah Netanyahu, send their condolences to the families who lost their loved ones and pray for the speedy recovery of the wounded. 47 years ago, Ayatollah Khomeini seized power. He took the people of Iran hostage. No free elections, no freedom of choice, no women's rights. The talented and brave people of Iran were enslaved. They were impoverished by this death cult and deprived of basic necessities like water, electricity, and food. The Islamic Republic spent billions of dollars in building ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons, building terror armies in Lebanon, in Gaza, in Yemen, and exporting terrorism worldwide. More recently, the regime brutally slaughtered upwards of 30,000 of its own citizens in a matter of weeks. Just think of what they would do if they had the weapons of mass death. Does anyone really believe they wouldn't use them? The fanatic regime must be prevented from developing long-range ballistic missiles and nuclear warheads. If not, Israel, all of the United States, and Europe will be in great peril. This is why our brave soldiers in Operation Roaring Lion are working nonstop with U.S. soldiers to remove this great threat. We also remember the horrific massacre of the Iranian people. This operation could open the door for them to take their future into their own hands. Operation Roaring Lion will not allow this death cult to threaten our existence and the peace of the world. Prime Minister Netanyahu has said this pivotal operation could usher in an era of peace we have never seen before in the region. As President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu say, it's peace through strength.